Good morning. Hi, guys. Hello. Welcome. Today's message I got, well, it was something that's been bothering me for a week or so, is our complaining. If you look at social media, if you're in conversations and so on, we're constantly complaining. Yes, it's true. The world is in a bit of chaos. People are suffering. It's true. There's a difference between complaining and discussing the problems we have and finding solutions for that. So when we say the economy is suffering, diesel has risen with 16 rand, I think within the last 2 months. 16 rands. So that's almost $1. It is a massive, massive impact on South Africa, on general consumers, on companies. Everything is dependent on movement and transport. So we understand the impact this has. This is affecting our food supply. Our farmers can't plant because there's no use. There won't be any money or any income from it, so they just won't plant. So apart from transport and food and basic groceries being unaffordable, the supply will be reduced as well, which means that, people are already hungry because they can't afford the food. So yes, our world is in a bit of shambles, and it's not only the little guys that are suffering. I think everyone is feeling it. But lately, I've been avoiding conversations because I don't have anything more to say. I don't like to say these things and not have a solution for it or an idea of what can we do to make it better. Right now, I don't know, and obviously I'm not a world leader. I don't have that influence. And luckily, this time I don't, because those people are making very difficult decisions, really difficult. So it's not only the little ones that are suffering. And I find in the conversations we have, we just keep reiterating the problems. We keep complaining about the problems, Everything's gone bad. We want the 80s back. Nothing works. Food is disgusting. Processed food is disgusting. We can't afford fuel. We can't afford living. And these things just keep coming up, and we keep saying them. When we cater by the braai, when we in a restaurant having wine, we keep reiterating this without thinking, what is it that we can do? And as I say, I don't have the solution, obviously. But I think a whole bunch of smart people together would have, right? So if we can start changing our conversation from complaining about how bad it is into, what do you think we can do? What can we do to make it better? What can we do to help ourselves and others survive? And this is now, I don't like to get political on social media, and it's not a political thing. This is a personal thing, because it touches each and every one of us personally. But I want to go further in that and speak about mental state. With all this stress, anxiety, fear, we just keep fueling that fear in your conversations. The things you discuss, you just keep fueling the fear. Why can't we, as I say, motivate, inspire, love? I think that's the only thing that would change the world is love, inspiration, motivation, and not cheap motivation to say, oh, be yourself, because I know I say that too. The motivation I'm speaking about is a fantastic post I saw this morning of many years ago. You can check my Facebook page. A very nice lady, friend of mine from childhood, from Leidenburg nogal. She posted it and I just shared. This woman was on her farm. Her husband died. She had no workers, no money. She had nothing. She had no way of surviving. And she decided to keep the farm. And she worked every day on blueprints for a machine to help her do the job because she was alone. She couldn't afford help. How do you run a farm? How do you plant crops? How do you harvest? How do you, all these things. And she spent a year in her barn creating the blueprints for a harvest machine, I would guess. I don't know much about farming. And she created this thing that would automate harvesting so that she wouldn't have to hire labor because she didn't have the funds. And that was the blueprint of most of the machines they use today as well, the origin, and they found the actual blueprints. It's fantastic. And that inspired me so much. So these days in conversations, I really keep quiet, and I don't care that much anymore as well, because I don't have stuff to say. I don't want to complain. Life's shit. We all know that. I don't have to say that again. But I don't want to complain. I want to hear good things about what's happening with the kids. Are they doing well? Or what's happening with your aunties and uncles? Are you okay? What are we doing? Where are we going? Can we sing together? Can we make music and dance? Can we have fun? Go play somewhere? And I know, I'm a 46-year-old. Yes, I still play. When I get a patch of grass, I play. Maybe that's why I don't do the conversations that much, because conversations aren't fun or play anymore. So what if we can change our conversations into play? Like when we were kids, we would hang out for hours. And yes, we complained a little bit about our parents or whatever. But we mostly played. Mischief and, running through the woods. How can we change our hangouts to, instead of hearing about everything that went wrong in the last week, how can we change it into play? I had the best experience the other day. I use cannabis for the depression, actually. I've got severe PTSD. So I don't use any medical I don't use medication for the depression. I just smoke some weed now and then and I'm fine. And going to the weed shop the other day, they expanded and they created a lounge. And I sat down with a young man and we played chess. We didn't know each other's names, and we were like 4 people in the vicinity. And we had such fun. We played chess. So I absolutely love it that even there, they've realized that we need play. It was the best experience. So we're still working on it, and I'm always working on these things and thinking about what to do and how to improve the world and how to help people and change the world. And I think we should do it more often. Find ways to inspire ourselves and others instead of complaining. So yeah, this sounds like complaining too. So I'm going to sign off. Have a great day and inspire, play, go wild. Because yes, life sucks, but I think sharing love and sharing laughter and dance and music and passion and your talents, sharing those things, I think that'll change the world. So let's try that today. Have a good one. Bye-bye.